And we're back to Let's Play Final Fantasy IX! Sorry about the delays, folks, but I felt, I released like 11 episodes in 1 week. I figured I needed to give you guys a little bit of time to catch up, just to give the audience a little digesting period. Too much too soon.
I wanna duel them like they do when you
I'm going to name our brave princess, who we need to rename because, as we've established, she doesn't want to go home. I'm going to name her Amy. But I'm going to I actually meant Amy. A-M-E-Y. Why? Well, because it'll match my save file. That's why. By the way, anybody else think it's kind of stupid that she just picks up a dagger and says, "This shall be my name"? That'd be a little conspicuous. There's gonna be a ton of jump edits like that one, because I wanted to get a lot of stuff into this episode. See, this is my save file. You can see they're all outfitted with really powerful armor and really powerful weapons, and I took the time to level and get all their special skills. You'll see their skills through later videos, but what I wanted to do this time was to show off all of Garnet's various summons, or Amy, as we're going to call her from now on. There are two that we won't be able to use right now, just because she doesn't have enough MP for it, even with half MP. And if you don't know what that does, half MP basically cuts the MP needed to use spells or any spells or summons by half. Because at this point in the game, she has a lot of summons actually, but they're all really, really high MP cost, because you're not supposed to be able to use them at this point in the game. But I think if you level up enough, you can actually use Shiva or Ifrit. Another note about this area is if you care to run around a bit, you can actually find a little furry woodland creature, a sort of brown version of those little squirrels that you fought in Mist Valley. And he's friendly, you can tell because the music will change. And if there are friendly monsters, there are friendly monsters all throughout the game. And if you feed them ore, they'll give you 20 plus AP. That can be really handy if you're leveling your AP and trying to get skills. But there's also a secondary purpose. If you feed them all what they ask you to feed them, then you can fight the optional boss. It's the hardest boss in the game. I can't remember its name right now, but yeah, it's the hardest boss in the game. Alright, so we're going to work our way up from the bottom with summons. Now, like I said, I'm not gonna be able to summon Ark or Bahamut right now, so let's just start with what we do have. Come, Shiva! I always did like Shiva. She always stayed consistent in what she looked like through all the Final Fantasy games. She's a woman with blue and sometimes yellow hair. Not too flat, not too flashy, but not too bland either. Just right. And you know, that's one of the many reasons that I really hate Final Fantasy 12. You know, but I'm not gonna get into that right now, because I could talk about why I hate that game for hours. But what I am going to talk about, since we got some time, is a little comic that I've been looking into as of late. It's called Gold Digger, and it is awesome. I really, really enjoy Gold Digger. There's just so many fantastic things. You know, I actually bought the movie, and the artwork and script were written by the same guy who did the comic books, and the movie like details the entire first story arc of Gold Digger, which is the search for this thing called the time raft that Merlin invented. It's really cool. They got the elves with magic and dragons, and the sister of the main character, her name is Brittany, and the main character's name is Gina. Brittany's a were-cheetah. Basically, it's sort of like a Tony Chopper thing. You know, she can switch between her human form, her leopard form, but you don't actually see the leopard form in the movie or during the first story arc, or a hybrid form, which she is in most of the time. Okay, gonna take a break about that to talk about Ifrit. Ifrit has probably changed the most in appearance throughout the course of Final Fantasy. In 7, he was like just this demon with green skin. In 8, he looked more bestial. In 9, he was a combo. And in 10, he looked really bestial. I mean, he's gone through so many freaking changes. Can we decide what he looks like, please? Anyway, back to my talk about Gold Digger. It's great. You really sort of connect with all the characters. I'm really trying to find the Gold Brick editions, so you know I can catch up. Because right now all I've got is the issue that talks about the time raft and the movie, and the only reason I was able to get that is because I was going to this anime convention not too long ago, and they were handing out the comic with the little free bags, you know, that you pick up, and I just started reading it, and I'm like, this is awesome. And then I saw that they were selling the movie down there. I'm like, heck yeah, I gotta do this. So I'm really like trying to find the Gold Brick collection so I can like just catch up, you know what everything is. The thing about it is, though, finding the Gold Brick collections is actually really difficult. You know, maybe not so much so for like the later volumes, like number 5, because I can find number 5 everywhere. But finding the first one and the second one is really hard. Hey. Come, Ramu! Judgment Bolt! Never quite saw the point of Ramu. I mean, he's an old man. In my opinion, you know, there should be no human summons with the exception of Shiva and Odin. But that's just me. And besides, Ramu's kind of cool. I mean, being a lightning god is going to be pretty cool.
My sister's side is on the line, I gotta win. They'll learn to run soon as they see my creepy chin. Russian roulette is not
Summon!
Without a gun. But since we're up by 4 kids, we
Atomos!
one.
I I don't think I've seen Atamos in another Final Fantasy game. But then again, I only own those I only own the ones after the PlayStation 1 era. I haven't been able to play 6, 5, 4. I think that's it. I've tried to play 11, you know, the MMO, but I just didn't quite have luck with that. I couldn't get started. Cut, jump cut. Next up on our list of summons, behold Odin. Now, Odin is kind of a weird summon. See, he has a random chance of instantly killing the enemy, and I don't think it works on bosses. Slice! I should note that I really don't like Odin for this game. Odin, I don't know, he just doesn't look good in this game. It looks like he didn't take kindly to me saying that. I'm just saying that, like, you know, in 7, especially in Crisis Core, he really looked cool, you know? And when you have something like that so cool, it's just... And now we summon we use the tsunami, which calls upon the Leviathan. Leviathan is probably my second favorite summon. Leviathan's always been pretty cool. I mean, especially I think it was in 8 that he was his coolest. Whichever it was where he kind of formed out of this really long stream of water. That was really cool. I really like Garnet's ultimate weapon. Oh, it's time. Okay, see you, YouTube. Bye-bye.